Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, well, hello, and happy Thursday. Memorial Day Eve. Got a big old 3-day weekend, and of course a weekend too of remembrance for those who have sacrificed so much for our country. What they did, that we might be able to do all the things we love.
Amen.
Like our chicken fried, Virginia.
And our ribs barbecued.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Quoting off country songs here. I'm getting all ready. Rascal Flatt is stopping by here today. So.
Oh.
Well,
Did they sing that song, Chicken Fried?
No. That's another country artist. That's Zach Brown.
Okay.
Who's going to be coming here early fall, late summer, somewhere around there. So excited for that. Get him back in town. He's kind of like the new Dave Matthews for me.
Okay.
He does kind of like beachy country. It's almost kind of a crossover kind of. It's actually not far off from what Dave Matthews does. And I don't know. I used to go to Dave Matthews every year. And I think Dave's coming back this year. I don't know. I'm kind of over it.
Is he going to sing that one song that goes,
Yeah, I kind of did it like 10 times, and I'm like, I don't know. So Zach Brown's kind of my new thing. Excited about that. But
Zach Brown is the new Dave Matthews. Pass it on.
Okay, I won't.
To me, yeah. Yeah, tonight you got Rascal Flatt's going to be at the amphitheater.
Yeah, they're all ginned up in the back in the promotions department. Everybody's got their WIRK shirts on.
I know.
Because Rascal Flatts is going to be here doing a performance for our coworkers.
They're beloved. Rascal Flats are beloved. People love them.
Yeah, they're an A-list country
Absolutely
band.
A-list.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so funny that I heard that, it's just the rumor, I heard they had to go get what they want to eat.
Like their green room?
Like their green room. And I heard on the street that they wanted a fruit plate or a vegetable plate.
Yeah, I saw the promo guy in the elevator yesterday. I was like, where are you going? He's like, I'm going off Rascal Flatts. All they requested was they wanted a fruit tray and some water. I was like, really? Okay.
Okay, first of all, why are we getting the fruit the day before? I mean, fruit is one of those foods that it does not keep well.
Maybe there's going to be a run on fruit today? I don't know.
Doesn't Rascal Flatts deserve fresh fruit?
I mean, we could go to Publix at fucking noon and get fresh fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting it almost 30 hours before.
Guess they didn't want to risk it.
Oh, my gosh.
They don't risk not having fruit for Rascal
What
Flatts.
if there's a run on watermelon?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like a cheese weenie, I wore my Buckeye shirt today. So they're from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good little convo starter.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Oh, Buckeye fan. Yeah.
Are you sticking around for it?
Yeah. Yeah. My daughter Caitlin's coming up. She'd wanted to see it, so she's going to come up. We're going to check it out. So.
Nice.
Yeah, they got a couple songs that I like. So.
I mean, think about that. If you're his daughter, she gets to come to where her dad works and see a group she likes, like a concert.
I know.
That's so cool.
Kid, Magnolia, when she was 5, interviewed Selena Gomez backstage.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
It is some cool stuff.
These kids better be kissing our ass.
No shit. I mean,
No.
at that age, I would have been. If I got to interview somebody that I loved.
She loves Selena Gomez.
To me, as a kid, that changes you for for the good.
I feel like they can't put us in a home when we get older just for that reason.
Hell no.
They better not. Even if I have dementia, you just got to deal with it. I'm going in your space. I don't want to be in a place where I'm going to get bed sores and neglected.
Right.
By the way, Grant's got a great comment in the chat room. Day Old Melon will give you the runs. That is true for some people.
Could you imagine if Rascal Flatts has to cancel tonight because they get the shits from our fruit plate?
What happened? That radio station gave them intestinal issues.
They gave me 30-hour-old melon.
Tomorrow that's going to be the big scandal going around. People go, why did Rascal Flatts cancel last night? Rumor is they got the shits.
They
I don't
were
know
all
why.
on the toilet.
They had to cancel because of the shits. We go viral, right, for that?
It's a pretty good story.
They're viral.
Hey, Rascal Flatts, don't eat the melon.
It's a pretty good story, yeah. That'd be pretty amazing. Well, let's see here. Got a bunch of stuff to get to, including something that was kind of interesting. This is a text that came in. We were talking about that rager that West Boca High students tried to throw in Palm City. They rented an Airbnb 3 stories, had 3 charter buses taking them up there for their booze, weed-filled party with stripper poles and balloons floating on the pool. And somebody who was from the 772 said, yeah, that's kind of a notorious party house anyway. I guess a lot of people go there and party. And then they had mentioned something about there being a pig there. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And like people, at the end of the night, they're like, I'm going to ride the pig. I'm like, why the hell would they have a pig there? Because I had seen in the story I read that the guy who owns the house actually lives in Austria. And so, he rents it out. It's his property. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Somebody texted in and said, they most likely have a pig on the property to save on taxes. Lots of rich people will do that. They will have one goat or one pig or even a cow on the property because then the land is considered to be, quote, farmland, and the tax bracket shrinks by a ton.
Wow, that's a great trick.
So they keep a pig on the property, so he's paying a whole different tax bracket.
Wow.
That's how rich people are so freaking smart, and that's why they're rich.
And it's Martin County, so it's literally like almost half the taxes of Palm Beach County.
Yeah.
Wow, that's smart.
And
you just pay somebody to come by and feed the pig?
Probably. I guess that's it.
You can pay like a high school kid.
Some of those pigs are so cute.
You pay a high school kid who keeps throwing ragers in your place. Yeah, I'll look after your house, no problem.
Do what you want to the house. Y'all better leave that pig alone. Do not ride that pig when you're drunk. That pisses me off.
I hear you, Virginia. Thank you. You're right. It's very true.
I hope the pig bites somebody in the balls.
They said maybe 300 people were supposed to show up to that. He had 3 buses. They're going to put 100 per piece, $80 a head. He was going to make $24,000, that 19-year-old on that party.
He was, but how
I don't
much
know
of
what
that
his-
did
I don't
he
know
have
what his
to?
costs were.
After expenses, what
Yeah.
was he going to clear?
I don't know.
That's what he has to refund the people because he has to refund.
His gross would have been $24K. But yeah, what would his net have
What
been?
did the house cost? What did those buses cost? Was it not refundable? Deposits.
Is he out on his ass right now? Yeah.
Because also think about, all those balloons in the pool, that costs money. Plastic on the floor, that costs money. Garbage cans full of ice for drinks. Drinks, weed, drugs. Like he had all that stuff ready to go.
Is $80 enough?
$80.
Hopefully he's smart. He's only 19, but hopefully he's smart enough to do the math and be like, okay,
$80
I'm going to run a good profit here.
times 300 kids. What is that? Hold
Okay.
on.
No, don't do math again. You're not allowed to do any
300. That's 24,000
Yes.
minus expenses. Maybe
But you don't
he-
know what the expenses are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we don't do math.
If he spent everything, those kids need to leave him alone.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what had happened, but so there you go. It's one of the big hot topics today. Another one is food stuff. Still people talking about food. We have so many restaurants, and we all have to eat, right?
It brings people together.
Is there more restaurant drama?
Buckley had said one. Yeah, he is a health inspector for a private restaurant chain whose standards are higher than local governments.
Good.
He said, I travel to our 30 locations quarterly to do inspections. See, I think people should start bragging about these restaurants.
Amen.
You
If
know,
you've got
have the rating up.
If your chain has stricter standards than the county, you should be trumpeting that.
That'd be
and
the number one thing you talk about. That's a great selling point for a restaurant.
brag
Absolutely.
about it.
Yeah, right. With
What
what's
chain
going on?
is it? Does he say?
No, he didn't say, but he said, I can give you all the specifications for Palm Beach County as well as national requirements. It's a fascinating thing. Yeah, and he'd mentioned a place that he went to on Clematis, and he said, the pepper was packed in there and wouldn't even come out, and he said he saw the way they were making the cheddar cheese. It was like 3 slices of processed American slices with some heavy cream. They reduced it down to a sauce, so he saw the way they were doing it. There were just some markers that stood out to him because he knows what to look for. He was like, he just left his food and walked out, didn't even eat it.
So when you do that stuff, when you go and search the restaurant, do you go in as undercover and you watch how they operate? Because that would be such a fun job.
Well, you can't get in the kitchen undercover.
Yeah, and the only other thing, too, if they've got 30 and he's going around constantly, you would think after a while, I'd be going, all right, that guy there who's trying to act incognito is back again.
The guy with the sombrero and the fake mustache.
Right, yeah.
We know that's Phil.
And the magnifying glass, yeah.
We know that's Phil.
Yeah.
Different accent every time. I would love that gig.
You'd probably do it for free.
That would
Yeah.
be such a fun job.
Now, what is this? You said that Denny's has a great bread lie.
Oh, Denny's?
That
So Denny's went on this little tangent about bread, and I thought it was really impressive, but I get impressed pretty easy, especially with Denny's. I want to have him say what he said. He's eating. What are you eating?
I didn't know you were gonna call me in.
Yeah, what are you eating?
I got a breakfast sandwich.
Oh,
You love a gas station sandwich.
So I'm just getting back on
Yeah, we
solid
were just talking
foods.
about gross
Speaking of
food.
gross food,
he
I
does.
mean,
He eats some gross shit from a gas station.
It's
my
coming in,
first,
so I
like,
guess
solid food.
Hepe tomorrow.
yeah.
Gotta have that with your bronchial infection.
I mean, you must have strong immunity.
It does. Yeah, from eating such crappy food for so long, I think I've gotten used to it. So.
I was bragging about you. You went on that whole bread theory, and my mind was blown. So.
Well, I was talking about the controversy behind the food pyramid. When the food pyramid first came out, the bottom layer suggests 6 to 11 servings of carbs a day, which is astronomical.
Astronomical. And your ass will be astronomical.
So what they found was that people were lobbying in the food and agricultural, the wheat industry. They were trying to push the wheat industry back then because it's one of the commodities of America, and they were pushing the wheat. So when they designed the pyramid, it was originally adopted from a Swedish pyramid, but they changed all of the formats to it to accommodate people lobbying
Our own money,
because we want to
Our
push
agriculture,
Exactly.
our farming, yeah.
So they made you think you needed bread.
So if you actually followed the food pyramid from the 90s, you
become
were
a
getting
fat ass.
You become a fat ass, and
And now
actually,
we got an obesity problem, and
well, they actually attribute it to the obesity problem. The increasing obesity was based when the
Crazy.
pyramid first came out because it was so misinformed.
and
It was
it's
literally
all based on money.
all self-serving. So how are you supposed to ever trust the government if the government's telling you what to eat and then you become a fat ass because of it?
I remember being a kid looking at they taught you that chart in school, and bread was such a big. I'm like, I fucking love bread.
They
This is
put-
great. I'm healthy.
So at the very tippy
that's why
top.
Tabor is the way he is.
Yeah, big time.
Well, at the very tippy top, they put fats, oils, and sugars all in the same category. It's like, what? None of those have anything to do with each other. And there's also
Wow.
good fats and bad fats. They have no differentiation of
They
those.
just put
Preach
them all
on,
together.
Denny's.
So,
Good, right?
Yeah.
That is good.
well, so what happened, if you see now, it's reversed. It's a new pyramid, which is I think people got more health conscious. We used to get all of our news from the news. You would get it from your news station. There was no internet and stuff. So people believed what they were told because there was credibility. There was
Cram downs, yeah.
a theme of we're the most credible news. You come to us if you need the news. So people would believe that stuff, but I mean, it's being backed up by lobbyists. It's by companies that run America because the way that America runs is through consumerism. So you have
Yeah.
to get people to buy things. And if you don't know that, you're none the wiser. You think you're doing it right, and you find out you're actually killing yourself.
Yeah, and don't think that still doesn't happen every
It
single
absolutely
day
does.
by every single lobbyist.
Absolutely, lobbying is
Lobbying
crazy.
is serious money behind that.
Legal
Everybody's got an
bribery.
agenda, and it's legal bribery.
It is. There's laws that protect it.
My mom would always make those 1983, plate full of food where you had just big globs of bread and all this big fucking meat with big old sugar. It was all on the chart. We thought we were doing it right.
That you're good. Yeah.
So you just got to do all your own research. You can't take the word of others.
Biggest evil in America is how we do our election system. They need to get rid of it where you don't have to get campaign contributions, where it is like a paid thing where it's not like you're out lobbying for fees. You're not trying to get these people to be like, hey, I'll donate $5 million to your campaign if you make sure that people eat a shitload of bread.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is to fix it, but that is something they got to get smart people in a room and figure that out pretty quick.
Because it's shady AF.
Well, you can see it really is killing people in America. It's jacking up lives.
I'm addicted to bread, and I blame you, Uncle Sam.
It's a terrible thing. That's what it does. They get politicians by the short and curlies and say you got to do this and that and all that kind of crap, and it's terrible.
Not gonna lie though, I could fuck up some rolls right now.
Because you've grown up doing
You've
it.
trained for
You've
it.
been trained like a dog.
I am, and I'll never get it off my back. I'll never be free of bread. I'll never go back.
I just think it's a good age now where people are a lot more health conscious about.
And now we have
Everything.
more information sources. It's not just coming from one place that we like sheep
Yeah.
go, bah, okay? Like now we question things.
But is bread really that bad for you? That bad?
I don't think it's bad for you, but here's what I read a study recently saying that the increase of people with gluten allergies is on the rise, and I think it's attributed to so many people eating bread at a young age for the last
Really?
30 years, and it's causing gluten allergies. Same with lactose allergies. have increased with humans as well.
Yeah.
So
there are some things like it, and I think too, like autism, things like that are big time on the rise, aren't they? I mean, it's something where if we went back 100 years, or we wound the clock 150 years, like we didn't have those kind of numbers. Yeah.
Well, that's another argument I have too. Is are people living too long now with the modern sciences and medicine?
yeah.
We can now extend our lives crazy amounts. Back in the day, 35 was the max for especially medieval times. I mean, you had bad hygiene. You had poor food sustenance, and you had different class systems that kept, the lower impoverished. And usually the wealthier people would live to 35. The impoverished people would live to like 20, 25.
Wow.
Imagine people fighting wars and battles in like their teens. That's pretty much how it was.
Anytime you see those war specials, the guy's writing the letter back home. He's like, we fought our 9th battle in 2 days, and I just turned 19.
Yeah.
Every time. It's crazy.
Up about to the 19th century, people, the average age would be like 45 for death. It increased a little bit. Once we hit the 1900s, it started increasing
Industrialization, yeah.
tons. So now we're at the point where people can live to 85. Some places average 87 years of age for females, 85 for males.
Yep. Only solution, Hunger Games.
But so there's the argument too with the economy. They say it's bad because now we're going to have people who are not working, the elderly not working. We're going to have a large number of elderly, and we're going to have a smaller number of people who are actually working and stimulating the economy, supporting the elderly. So that's what the fear is in the future.
Yeah.
Preach it, dog.
And they're all going to live here, too, the elderly. Damn it.
They already do.
Yeah,
Damn it.
It's happening.
Florida,
Terrible news.
where the elderly
Terrible
come to
news.
die.
But you wonder if some of these newer diseases and stuff, and especially dementia, they've noticed an increase in dementia over the age of 65 with people, and it's because you wonder
If we're living too long, the fact that we're living longer than we're supposed to, it might be spawning off different kinds of diseases we've never seen before.
Stuff we would have never encountered before because we've never lived this long.
I like
so
it,
it's
Dan.
about extending life. So the argument is it extending it for quantity or quality?
This is what the Weird Whenever podcast sounds like, by the way.
Plus, I smoke a lot of weed, so.
Yeah. I like how you followed with that.
I get sucked into the K-hole sometimes.
Yeah, this sounds like a weed-inspired question here. Jaybird sent me, if your life was a piñata, what would fall out of it?
If someone hit you up, what would fall out? If you were a pinata, what would fall out of you, Virginia?
If your life was a piñata, what would fall out of
My
it?
life was a pinata.
That's what it says verbatim.
This is your Google question. I'm now the head of Google. I have to hire you or Kevin. Who's going to give me that outside of the box answer I'm looking for? Okay, and go.
Is it your body or your life?
You know what? You interpret it the way you want to interpret it. Me and Denny are doing the hiring here. What's your answer?
Okay, probably a lot of little mini bottles of alcohol.
Ooh, that's cool.
Probably a lot of great photos. Probably a lot of bar tabs.
Okay.
I'm out.
All right, she answered the question. I'm taking notes.
Well, if I were a piñata, what would fall out of me is blood and guts. That's what keeps me running. And it just lets you know that what we do to real piñatas is cruel and unusual. Hashtag Piñata Lives Matter.
Okay.
We like eat them too.
I think I know who I'm hiring.
Just saying.
I think I know who I'm hiring.
I don't want the job, fuckface.
She just admitted she's got a major drinking problem.
She opens with that. That's her opener.
Yeah.
Mini bottles.
Yeah.
Because they're smuggleable.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, very nice. Thank you for the weed-inspired commentary there,
Yes,
Dennis.
Thanks,
No
Denny.
problem.
You're,
Home run,
you're a
Denny's.
thinker.
Blowing your mind. I got good news for you on the food, Jaybird. Hey, guys, just read some game-changer news for Jaybird. Uber Eats is working on a subscription service for $9.99 a month, unlimited deliveries for free.
Okay. That is a big deal.
Yes.
Oh man, it does. It adds. It's. My bill the other day. I think I had like $23 worth of food, and somehow after tip and service, it came to $50.
Wow.
So you're paying pretty much half of what your bill's gonna be,
I went
or
to
double that.
BurgerFi with the kids on Tuesday. You know, at Tuesdays, kids eat free at BurgerFi.
I did not know that.
Yes. So grab you up a kid and get a free meal. BurgerFi now does this thing when they send out their food for delivery, they seal it. It's completely sealed. So if it goes for delivery, it's completely sealed up. Nobody can go in there and open it and take a fry.
Next level.
Next level.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, BurgerFi.
Yeah, no, it's just it. I mean, the whole game is changing. Earlier, what was on my mind was the clothing thing. I got to kind of figure out. Somebody's got to sit down and design something for me, and I feel like they're getting close. What is it? Urban Outfitters doing that thing where you rent your clothes. Return them back though, and what are they gonna ever do with them? I mean, what are you gonna do if somebody's been wearing your clothes? They're gonna take them to Goodwill, and then you buy them at a more reduced. I don't know.
I hate that concept so much.
I don't think it's not right. But like I said, it's getting there. The trunk club stuff is okay, but clothes never fit right on you. The problems are, Virginia, like you said, clothes never fit right on you. Find something that actually works. I went out and I was trying some shorts the other day after I was all self-conscious. I was walking around the outlets crying because people were making fun of my shorts. And I went into a couple different stores and I saw some shorts. I'm like, oh, those are kind of cool. And I tried them on and I was like, I don't know. They just didn't quite do it right, And then I tried on a couple more. I'm like, okay, I like these. I'm glad I did that. But just looking at them, you can't really tell. They just didn't fit right. Like just the seam of it was just nicking my left ball. And so you just never know when that kind of stuff's going to happen.
You got to have ball comfort.
You do, man. No, there's
it's
some
a big deal.
You can't.
You know what's ball comforting? His big ass cargo pants.
They are. No, cargo pants are great for balls.
Gosh, my nuts love them.
Your balls are in heaven.
They love them.
Those camo pants I always wear, I wear those without any underwear. My balls just
if they want to sell, honestly, what would get my attention would sell if you had the tag says makes your nuts happy. I would be like, so that would be a tagline for me that would sell clothes to me if I'm like going, okay, guaranteed to make your nuts happy.
Extra room in the balls. That's a great marketing slogan.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello. See, that's what we're doing is we're trying to figure out some marketing issues.
Happy nuts.
Happy nuts pants.
That's my shorts. Happy nuts.
Happy nuts.
Guys, we're coming.
You can make pants and shorts.
Happy nuts.
Happy nuts.
And you're always going to have room in the ball department. Oh my gosh.
Look that up. See if anybody's doing that.
It's an episode on Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's called No Fly Zone. The guy designs underwear for extra comfort for your balls. And
really?
Yeah, and it also gives you quicker time to go pee.
Well, it's genius.
Yeah, No
That's
Fly
smart
Zone.
Then. Okay, well then make it.
But No Fly Zone is not as good as Happy Nuts.
Well, Happy Nuts. The concept's out there. The
Happy
name.
Nuts is a cream for your balls, okay? They got myhappynuts.com, but I don't see any clothing. Happy Nuts.
Okay.
No.
The only thing is you do have, Happy Nut Clothing Company.
Okay. There you go.
Damn it, they do. The Happy...
Clothing?
It says.
Well, then let me know. I'll go buy them. Either I'm going to make them or buy them. Either way.
Yeah.
Love it.
Happy Nuts clothing.
Happy clothing.
Yeah. Okay.
They have Happy Nuts cream I can get you.
Oh, you know what? Whatever for my nuts. As long as my nuts are happy, we're going to be good. There was another video talking about the health stuff, too. Did you see the Facebook video of the Wendys employee bathing in the kitchen sink there in Milton, Florida?
Tell me that's not real.
It is real.
Shirtless, barefoot, climbed into the sink, which is full of soap suds.
Oh.
One of the Wendys employees was filming the situation like a dumbass. Of course, the fast food chain is now saying they're looking into it. But, that's just the kind of stuff we've been talking about with the...
Rogue.
Yeah,
you can't protect against a rogue employee. You can do everything you can, but if somebody wants to be nutty...
You're right, and they are being very nutty.
And that is one of those ones where this isn't a, you're not reinventing the wheel on this one. A lot of people have done videos where they're going into fast food, the workers, or they're bathing, they're doing all kind of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
You just never know, man. Wherever you're eating, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. So, and it keeps popping up. Meredith in chat rooms talking about another restaurant in Gardens that might be reporting a case of Hep A coming out. So.
Oh my! You know that place, Virginia?
Yeah, she does. I've eaten there.
I've eaten. Oh no!
Oh, I've eaten there too.
That place is like fancy.
It's very fancy and lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's nice inside.
It is super lovely.
It is. But again, like the Hep A didn't do it for me with that other place you were talking about in West Palm. That didn't do it for me because it's like you
can't control that.
Yeah, but then the following day, the article they had 30 violations. I'm like, okay, that's different.
You can control.
That one's on you. So yeah, what are you gonna do with that one?
It's scary.
It's very scary.
Mm-hmm. Well, an interesting little study is out today. They reported that West Palm Beach is one of the most affordable downtowns in the country. Good to know. They say the average cost of rent in West Palm is nearly $1,700, and the average home price is $345,000. That makes it one of the most affordable downtowns in the country, apparently.
Huh.
So there you go. They say that's why, especially with the Brightline doing what it's doing now, people are getting the hell out of Miami, which Miami is like driving down to Miami because we couldn't get on the Brightline on Saturday. We had 2 different times we hit standstill traffic on a Saturday afternoon.
Ugh.
Standstill for about 20, 25-minute gaps.
That sucks.
Twice. Like, that's insane. Like, that's not even functional. And I know, when you're in Miami, you're not, driving as far as we were. But, I just remember when we were down there and had to work there and we had meetings and stuff like that, it was 45 minutes. You had to give yourself 45 minutes to an hour to do any kind of meeting. And here, it's 15, 20 minutes to get anywhere.
I remember our promotions guy in Miami told us, you better leave an hour before your event for everything.
Everything, yeah.
Because the Miami traffic just, boom, it pops up.
Anytime we would leave that building past 2 p.m. heading back to Palm Beach County, I always hit traffic. There was always some kind of... If you left right after 2 p.m., you were done.
I set an alarm for 2:15 because you had to be out the door. By 2:30, I found out by 2:30, you're forget it. I would add another hour to my commute.
Ugh.
It's crazy. So, yes, that's why people are doing that kind of stuff and finding out that they got affordable prices. And in West Palm, that downtown, that was the one thing that really kind of hit me. I was in the parking garage for the Brightline. I looked down, I'm like, West Palm's downtown is starting to look dense.
It really
it's
is.
Really getting a lot of buildings in. I was
a lot of action. I
Yeah.
love what they're doing to Clematis.
Mm-hmm.
I love what they're doing with all these there's so many new buildings.
Yeah. Well,
new little shops, new places to eat.
It ain't going to be this way in 10 years, but, it is right now, so get in while it's good.
Affordable.
Yeah, they say other Florida cities that made this list, Orlando, Melbourne, Bradenton, and Ocala.
What's Melbourne? They got a little downtown area?
Melbourne's quaint. They got a little bar district that's there that I've always wanted to go, and a couple times I've been there to Melbourne. A couple times, like I was on a kid event that I couldn't break away and go bar hopping, unfortunately. Kids. And the other times with my parents, and my mom's still trying to figure out if I'm drinking again or not. So, I couldn't do that with that either. So, unfortunately, it ruined my fun. But that's one of my big goals in life. These are my goals. I want to get to Melbourne and go bar hopping. It looked like they had a street with
Melbourne
a couple bars.
and Vero. Vero has some cute little spots too.
Love me some Vero.
Summertime's going to be good for that. That's why I'm really kind of jacked about this weekend because, with a lot of people, you slide into a different schedule. And so things kind of chill out and it's a little bit different. And so, these kind of like little things I want to do, that's when it happens. Like if I'm going to get to Key West or if I'm going to get to Melbourne, if I'm going to do something like that, Vero to, do the brewery tour, it's going to happen in the summertime.
Key West in the summer is cheaper too because it's the off season.
It doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's freaking hot as balls. But if you've got low-hanging pants.
Happy nuts.
If you got a happy nuts, you're going to enjoy Key West. That's why, you don't want to be caught on Duval Street in August with tight-fitting snug shorts.
No nut huggers on Duval.
It's when you got steamy nutsack. Oh, it's terrible. It's the worst thing ever.
We should go to the Keys in the summertime. I'm down.
I'm down too.
Yeah.
I got to hook it up. I was waiting for them to hire our new KVJ promotions director. How's that going?
We're down to 2, probably.
Okay.
Yep. So there you go.
I'm excited. When that person starts, I'm going to give them all the info to set up one of those come-along trips.
Can we please do jet skiing?
Yes.
Okay. I need it.
Absolutely. Mags has been riding me hard to do jet skiing.
I do parasailing again with Mags.
Yeah.
We can do it now that she's big enough. She can do her own. I mean, we were doing it together in tandem.
She likes tandem better.
Okay.
She doesn't want to go by herself.
So there you go. If you're looking for good beaches, that Dr. Beach came out with his list. I didn't realize because I see his list every year. The guy is a coastal scientist and professor at FIU.
Didn't we think he was a dick last year?
Well, he never really puts any South Florida beaches on the list, but he lives here. He lives in Miami.
That's why we called him a dick last.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, exactly. This is basically a replay of last year.
He's been doing the list since 1991. He uses 50 criteria to evaluate beaches, with most important categories being water cleanliness, safety, and management of the beach environment and its facilities. The ones that he's got in here at number 7, he's got the beach at Dunedin, Clearwater. That is a nice beach. He's got the Grayton Beach State Park and the Florida Panhandle, and that's it. So that's the only two. Typically, he has like Siesta Key. That's usually up there. That's Sarasota, but I don't see it on the list this year. The other beaches are Hawaii, Southampton, New York, North Carolina's Outer Banks, and then Oahu. Hawaii is number 1. So that's what he's got for beaches. So I guess we need to do another beach cleanup.
And this guy too. I mean, he might be getting his palm greased.
Exactly.
Who's paying him when he goes on these trips to Hawaii? And I mean, it's more advantageous for his travel portfolio to get a free trip to Hawaii than it is to get a free trip to Lake Worth.
She ain't lying. The witch is speaking the truth.
Okay.
Fuck this guy.
Who do you hate more, him or our building manager?
I mean, you gave a pretty good rant at the end of the show today.
You're not going to believe what I learned when you went for the racetrack run.
What?
Oh, guess who was spotted doing his own car maintenance on his car in the parking lot here at work?
Who told you this?
This comes from a very credible source
I know
that we work with.
I know who it is.
That watches this guy because he doesn't like him either.
I know who you speak of, and it's a very credible source.
Our building manager was working on his own car.
I'm telling you,
in this parking lot.
I've seen other people work on their cars. Maybe there's a rule, but he lets it slide for the people he likes, and then there's a KVJ discrimination going on.
Discrimination.
Absolutely.
The rules should apply to everybody or nobody.
Yeah, no, you're
And if
right.
the rule is you have to have insurance, Klepto has insurance.
Yeah.
Klepto actually got an award for what he does.
He's in the Palm Beach Post as the top automotive guy in town.
He crushes it. He goes to you and fixes your car at your place. I think that is such a great service.
It's brilliant, and he's good at what he does. He's been doing cars for years. Mm-hmm. He's legit.
He is legit.
Klepto's not a rude guy, and
No.
for Klepto to pull me aside and tell me, "Hey, what's going on with this fucking guy? Why is he speaking to me like that?" Well, yeah, I'm gonna get a little bitchy when that happens. When you talk to my friends like an asshole. Sorry.
You don't have to be an asshole.
Exactly.
Well, maybe you do if you're him. He can't help it. He's an asshole.
It's unfortunate some people just seem to have that aroma.
Kevin's
Guess
right.
what? I'm a bigger asshole.
No, you are a Robin Hood asshole.
Thank
you. You do it for a good cause.
Yeah, for the little people that just want to get their car looked at in the parking lot. What's the big deal? What is it hurting?
And the other thing, I know someone said, well, there's going to be grease everywhere. Klepto's got stuff to block all that.
Lay down a tarp.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He's professional.
Yeah.
There is a car wash operating in the parking lot
I can
right
actually-
now
you can-
as we speak. So don't tell me we can't have fucking businesses operating in the parking lot. They have a car wash.
They're actually sitting in lawn chairs. You can see them from the window.
Whatever.
Well, I wonder if this guy's
selective enforcement.
Well, I wonder if this guy at that car wash is giving him a cut.
I'm sure. There's gracing of the palms everywhere, Kevin.
That's how the world goes round, Virginia.
I'm not gracing that guy's palm, and we're not giving him pizza.
It's why Jaber's ever eating so many damn carbs.
Thank you. I love Angry Virginia when it's not directed to me. It's the best thing ever.
It is pretty nice, yeah. All right, better get her a cocktail, calm her down. Yeah.
Where's my gin?
Yep. Got one more day. Tomorrow going to be fun. Getting ready for a 3-day weekend. Party music, the usual fun stuff on the Friday KVJ show. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.